Yo, 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 what up, world? It's your boy Elmo, the University Humanitarian. You already know. Me and my boy Rob in here tonight. We're finna do some free live native readings, and we're gonna go over houses and house rulership and what they mean, and put y'all on game about the different house systems, according to Vedic, trop- tropical, and true sidereal. And you can find me on Facebook at Elmo University Humanitarian, on YouTube, all my social medias on. You can find me at Elmo University Humanitarian. Yeah, we're gonna let Raw introduce himself.
Natal, encore Jed, Uncle Josh Neb, Uben, Nefi Kip, Anabu, Haru, Ma'ati, Anuk Ramatev Kweb, I'm Ramatev Kweb. You can find me on Facebook as Ramatev Kweb. You can find me on Instagram as Ramatev_Kweb. Also, I am a practitioner of divinations. You can find me on our website at myoutRide.org. And today, people, we are going to, not only do free readings, but we're also going to, do a little lesson for those who are wanting to know or those who do know but want to advance themselves even more into what they do.
Right, right. And if you want a free reading, just DM me your information, or you can comment, put it in the comment section if you feel comfortable doing that. But first, we're gonna start off with the house. You want to start out with the houses or start out with the transit? You want to go over the transit?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead and go with the transit so we can give people the introduction to today's energy and like towards the closing ending of it, and then how the moon is shifting and where the same planets that we talked about from the last time we were on the broadcast, but they're just in a different place. So this particular one is based off of the new moon cycle that just passed. In this particular one, as we were discussing from earlier, we were seeing like the different meanings of how that whole 11th house is like fully energized during that time when we had the new moon and Taurus, and how we would basically understanding like a lot of that connection within that house, as you can see, is very interesting. How the media has been lately, as of late, for
Yes, sir. The media been going crazy right now, for real. I don't really watch the news, but when I be on YouTube scrolling, it show like the trending news topic, and they been having a lot of major trouble around the border right now. About different people coming in and out the border, the southern border, I think it is, and of course, about Trump. But we'll check and see what the sky forecast is. Right, you want to kick it off, or you want me to start it off?
oh, you kick it off.
All right, we still got the Senate in Gemini with the ruler is in the 11th house.
Oh, this is for
Hey,
this is
this the
the
right
new
one?
moon.
I was about
No,
to say it look like the
yeah,
last
this is the last one.
Yeah. All right, give me a minute. Let me see. Tripping. I
No doubt, no doubt.
was about to say that look like the same energy.
Yeah, because the moon right now is in Leo right now, so that'll be, you know, it's an interesting thing. The other one I gave you was like more like with the fixed stars into it, so so people can start expanding their knowledge within a certain charts. Like a better way to understand different constellations is also actually knowing where these fixed stars is at. If you place these fixed stars in the chart, you have a better way of understanding true sidereal in a sidereal will, if that makes sense. And hopefully it's like
Yes,
visible.
sir. That make plenty sense. This it right here. There
Yeah,
we go. That look more like it.
yeah. Even though it's small, but it's like it's a just zoom in on it, people, because as you start to look at it, you'll start to know. You'll see planets, but then you'll also see other little fixtures. Like if you look in the third house, you'll see like the what is called the part of fortune with the that looks like the X-Men symbol, and then next to it you'll see FM, which represents Famuat, which is the one fixed star that's in Aquarius. So it's like for me, I deal with the Comedics astrology. So there's four particular stars that I will literally put in the chart to see which ones resonate to that person when it comes to dealing with the comedic part of things. So you have Famuat in Aquarius, you have Aldebaran in Taurus, you have Beltegeese for Orion, you have Sirius, which is dealing with the dog star. Then you go all the way up to Leo, where you'll see the moon in the ninth house. You'll see RG, which is Regulus, and then if you go to the far left to the 12th house with Scorpio, you'll see Anti-Aries. And then I also put Spica and Andromeda and a few others for those other fixed stars because in those particular sections that's dealing with the mutable and fixed signs.
Right, right. So we in the Scorpio rising right now.
Cool. Well, more so, yeah, it was more so Ophiuchus, but yeah, Scorpio Ophiuchus
Yeah,
rising. Correct.
Ophiuchus. Yeah, exactly. To be precise, Ophiuchus.
Because
Yeah.
if you look where Ant Aries at, that's why I put Ant Aries there, so you know where Scorpio's at, and then you understand like 5 degrees from Scorpio's where Ophiuchus lies, and then everything going into the 30th degree or those 20 degrees right there. That's all Ophiuchus. Also in the fifth degree of Sagittarius as well, but that's just going in too much.
Right, 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 right. I feel you. So we having a Ophiuchus rising
hmm So it's like an
slash
odd shaman.
Scorpio, huh?
So it's like
Like
an odd shaman. It's like an odd shaman starting off. So
right, right.
planetary wise, you want to one thing. There's two ways to look at what Ophiuchus. There's the one that you can look at on social media, which you'll see as Chiron as his ruler, but its real ruler is the sun.
So
hmm
I was thinking either the Sun or either Pluto, because Mars is the ancient ruler for Scorpio for real.
Correct. But
So Pluto.
you also remember that before then there was no such thing as those outer planets. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And everything, and then when you really put it into perspective, the sun and the moon has dual, just like the other planets had dual.
Hmm.
So that's how you can like how you say put it together. And then also, Ophiuchus also deals with the moon because the sun and the moon are like those luminaries. So that other luminary will be Orion. Orion will be ruled by the moon, where Ophiuchus is ruled by the sun. If that makes sense.
Hey, yeah, that made total sense because Jesus made the 13th out of the 12 disciples, and Ophiuchus is the 13th out of the 12 zodiacs.
Mm-hmm.
So it totally lined up to me. I understand it. But yeah, I fuck with Ophiuchus, the 13th zodiac, true sidereal, which
Mm-hmm.
you can also receive an accurate reading, getting your true sidereal reading in your chart, natalized. You can also resonate with it. But you want me to start off?
Yes, sir.
Scorpio rising, Ophiuchus and Scorpio. We're gonna do both. How we do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So the ruler of the rising is, and let me see. Um, it's in the fifth house. Fifth house Pisces.
Uh,
Yeah. Fifth house Pisces, and we're gonna look at the sun, right?
correct.
And the sun is in seventh house of Gemini. So the ascendant gonna be the people. The ascendant and the fourth house gonna be the people. Well, in this chart, the four corner gonna be the people, right? The
Yeah.
ascendant,
Mm-hmm.
the homeland, the seventh house, the people for real, and the public 10th house. But anyway, uh, the ruler of the ascendant is in the fifth and the seventh. So that means the people are focused on their creative endeavors and building a financial relationship because the sun is in Taurus in the seventh house of partnership, right? And negotiation and contract. Some people may be going through contracts, but it's just a general overall reading. But as far as the world right now, I think Pisces represent immigrant, don't it? Yeah, I think so.
Hmm. And yeah, in that field, yep.
Yeah, and so it got Mars in there, right? Mars and Pisces in the fifth house. That's the government probably about to make some laws around the immigrants, immigrant laws, new immigrant laws. Possibly, that's just my guess upon this chart. But then you got the sun in the seventh house once again, contracts. Seventh house is also the law.
Hmm.
It deal with the law, but it deal with like smaller court, civil court, small claim court. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but
So that's
it's also deal with the people. So the people also going to agree with the immigrant laws. 'Cause people running from their homeland, fourth house, Pisces, they're trying to escape from their homeland.
hmm
Well, it started in Aquarius, then evolved in Pisces, right? So they coming from their homeland, seeking what freedom, Aquarius. Is there whatever they think? Everybody think they come to America, the land
yeah,
of the free, but it's land of the taxation without representation.
right,
But
right, right.
anyway, Sun in the seventh house in Taurus. So the people, seventh house, yeah, Taurus. So
Hmm.
so the seventh house automatic opposite of the ascendant, right?
Yes. Well,
Um, Scorpio rising, transformation, trauma. There can be some trauma, criminal activity going on with illegal immigrants. But I don't want to keep talking about illegal immigrant, but that what Pisces mean. And you got Mars there in the fifth house of government. Also, ruled by the sun, because the sun ruled the government along with Saturn.
hmm
Um, Let me see what else. Got Saturn in the third house
Yep.
in Aquarius. It's in his home. So that's just government taking like going media. Third house is the media. Saturn is the government. Aquarius is what shocking news. Some shocking news related to the government. Just my that's what I guess. It could be something else. That's just what I think of right now. Fourth house Pisces. What is Pisces? I'm gonna say
Yeah. Fourth house, Pisces, Neptune.
Neptune. Okay,
Hmm.
yeah. Neptune in the fourth house. Once again, fourth house is the homeland, right?
Hmm.
Neptune is immigrants once again. So it's gonna be a lot of immigrant coming in to our homeland because this our chart, right?
Hmm.
Well, this ain't America chart, but it's like the overall general chart. But what else? Let me see what else.
You got Pluto in the second.
Pluto in the second. Some
Hmm.
information around
Capricorn.
oh, there might be a change in the government. Um Capricorn is the law too, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Government might lose money.
Shoot, they
Um,
spending all these trials and shit.
well, I
Like,
ain't gonna say lose money. It could be like cause it got positive aspects, and Pluto in the second house is transformation through money. So it's some type of way they're gonna use the government to do something with money.
hmm
I don't know what it is. I can't see the degrees. It's so small, but it's in
seven.
Capricorn or Sag.
That's Capricorn. It's in retrograde.
Oh, retrograde. Okay,
Hmm.
I'll let you go ahead.
All right, so you got that. So I'll start from there. You got Pluto in the second house retrograde. So it's like, as the brother was talking about that whole change in the fluctuation of the money. It's also can be a good thing because it's more so like with Pluto going to retrograde. It's like that reverse state. So it's like more of the rebirthing or the renewal of certain aspects of a person's finances. So it's like almost at this particular time, if you was like a betting person, things of that nature, this would be a good time to like kind of save back on your money, just worldly in most aspects. Like saving your money will be a good how you say or not even that your assets really, like investing in certain things. Then you have Saturn and Aquarius, and we all know that's dealing with the internet. So we're pretty much you know doing it doing exactly what Saturn is doing, teaching or giving lessons, learning, giving people the understanding of certain restrictions, so on and so forth, with that communication. But with that part of fortune, it's a very lucky time for those who jump in and put in your natal DM Elmore for your free reading. This will be a good time to really emphasize what you need when it comes to understanding self. All
What's
right.
up, fam? What's up, fam? That's your birthday? Birth date?
29. So
Then we got another comment. Yo, yo, what up, fam? Yo, yo.
that's my homie. He loves Smooth. Check him
Oh
out.
yeah.
He brand and everything. Yeah.
Okay. What's up, fam? Yes, sir. Appreciate you stopping by.
You got
Well, I guess
what,
it's her birthday. Um, she one of my Facebook friends. She cool.
May 9th. So she a Taurus. Yeah, she's a Taurus. So May 29th Taurus. So that was like pretty much
On
by
the
what?
cuff.
Well, yeah, Sidereal. She was on like pretty much
Oh yeah,
by
yeah, yeah.
algebra.
Siberia. Yeah.
But like on tropical should be considered a Gemini for sure. She
She
probably
said
got a
yes,
lot
it's
of
her birthday. Um,
she probably got like Mercury and all kinds of stuff in Gemini. So no matter what I say, he's still a Gemini. You feel me?
right. She gonna be either or. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Mm.
what I about to say? Oh yeah, we need like time of birth, date of birth, and place of birth.
Yeah, make sure you DM all that so your
Yeah,
info confidential.
yeah. You can DM me your information. Send me a message on Facebook. Send me the time of birth, date of birth, and place of birth.
hmm And so we got that Mars in the fifth house, right? So if you notice where I got like this ERS by Chiron in the fifth house, right? So ERS is where Pisces ends and where Aquarius, and I said Aquarius, Jesus, where Aries begins. So Mars transitioned to Aries a few days ago. So now we in that zone where it's like boom, like it's more active with it being in the face in the fifth house. Yeah, send him a DM and send him your information. Send me your
Yes,
information.
sir.
Even though I got it, even though I already got his chart, but I rather you send it to the brother so you can um join in on the live.
Right, right. Yes, sir. You know we got you, fam.
Yeah, he's someone I've been working. He's one of my students for sure.
Okay,
Is
fam
it? But yeah,
game.
not Mars in the fifth house, so you got like a lot of action. So also it's like this is like a driving force or one of the driving energies, like especially like in this particular setup, like if a person was a Ophiuchus rising slash Sagittarius, no, they'll be a Scorpio because we're going 30 degrees upwards, so it'll be a Sagittarius rising. So depending on if a person is Sagittarius rising or Ophiuchus or Scorpio rising type of person, with Mars being in a fifth house type of situation for the tropical will be more in be more in Taurus for them versus it being in Mars actually, because you can go outside right now and you can look at Mars. If you know where Mars is at, you look right now in the sky, you will see Mars and Taurus. But we're not here to talk about that. So yeah, Mars in the fifth house. So this is more so active time for people who are looking into relationship, um, being more active in their creativity when it comes to what they see as themselves, being more highlighted, being more active, like working out. I also recommend that people like again check your blood pressure and things of that nature, especially with those who have um heart conditions in certain areas, because that Mars being in your fifth house is not a good idea. So, anytime Mars comes into that house, some people will have heart palpitations and things of that nature, or skip beats in a heartbeat. So if you feel that going forward, especially with all these solar flares that's been happening, I would definitely get checked out on that one. But that Mars energy also is going to keep you from um, going down that rabbit hole, and it's just basically just being more active. Like this is definitely a time for people to start seeking what is their most valuable part of them when it comes to like their physicality, basically getting your head right, fixing, like as I will tell people in certain other aspects, this is a good time to wash your ori. If you're a person who deals with ogun, this is definitely a good time to be like working with ogun as well. When we get to that sixth house, now this is where it gets kind of funky. So with that sixth house energy, if people will pay attention to the news and things of that nature, they'll understand like there's a lot of craziness going on, especially out there in Atlanta. I seen that before I got on live, and I was just like, "Yo, they had your boy um, having that whole what's that movie Speed going down
Oh
in
man,
Atlanta." That's
it going
crazy.
down in the A town in the
Yeah.
ATL.
hmm And some individual pretty much did like a little situation on a bus. It was crazy. Before I got on live, I was like, "Yo, that is wild." So you had like things like that, but and more so with this sixth house energy. You got Uranus, Jupiter, and Mercury up in there, right? And then you have the star called Aldebaran. So Aldebaran deals with your stomach because we're dealing with the Wamutef, right? So obviously if it's like a health checkup, you understand like these are certain aspects that are needed to be looked into when it comes to your vital health. The more that you focus on your health, the better your mind will be because of that Mercury. Also when it comes to your daily routines, it's like kind of correcting it, because change it up because of that Uranus. And also with that Jupiter, the more that you change certain parts of your routine, the better outcome you'll get. And then with that Sun and Venus in the seventh house, like I was saying, it correlates with the fifth house being more active, and you're not necessarily searching for relationships, but basically you're bonding with other people, whether it be through social media, in person. But you have to be careful with who you surround yourself with in that particular area, because you understand like this is a very communicative but lovely time. However, with that um, um, Orion being in the mix where Venus is basically moving towards, is kind of going to be a little bit more of the lines of uh, being more of a leader than a follower in this sense. And then you got that moon in the ninth house, so it's like that energy of knowledge is what we're about to bring to everybody today. And then I'll end it right there.
I bet. I was trying to put buddy information in, but let me see. With the midheaven at Virgo, that what you just talking about? That where Uranus at?
No, I stopped at the ninth house.
Okay.
And then we're
Um,
going, you talking about midheaven and Virgo. Go ahead.
10th house Virgo. 10th house is the government. Virgo is what the army, ain't it?
Uh, more Mars, more Mars,
Yeah.
and yeah, more Mars, Mars and Saturn combined is like more the military aspects.
hmm But Virgo represents service.
hmm
Mm.
So a
We
lot of
got that.
people like in this new coming what they call them graduates. There's probably a lot of them going to the military
hmm
for, for sure.
But some associate the military with Virgo because the army part of a service,
hmm
service to America,
hmm
and it associated with sixth house, house of war, battle.
hmm
So they could be the government sending the army to what the opposite to the Pisces to
It's on the move.
forming some type of coalition against the immigrants. I ain't been watching the news, but I gotta watch and see what they talking about. But that's what
But
it
it,
looked like to me.
yeah, there's certain aspects of that you're talking about is very true. Like there's definitely a movement happening in certain areas, especially over seas for sure. Especially dealing with not just ours but a few others. You know what I mean? We still got that situation with um I don't want to say the name because I ain't trying to get us banned,
Right.
but you all know we all know what that insurrection that's happening over there.
Oh
With
yeah, I know what you're talking
the,
about. Yeah.
Yeah, there's more to it. And then what you're talking about is basically leading into it. Like it's like you're seeing what they're doing. That's funny. I think that's funny. You're literally explaining what's happening over there. Not even over there, just what people are doing to assist over there. You know what I mean? That's what you're speaking on.
Um, 10th house is also the president, and you got Virgo in there. What Mercury at?
And the six.
Oh, so Mercury in the house of Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
They can be Trump getting away with it with all them charges. Virgo at what? The innocent one,
Mm-hmm.
the pure one, the virgin.
Get on probation. This is
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, it's in the sixth house of probation because probation is service, like community service and stuff. That's sixth
hmm
house.
You
Yeah.
get either doing time or more so doing community service or probation or federal probation, things of that nature. Like that's all that right there, and then you got that Uranus in there, so it's rebellion. It's you know what I mean. So it's
Mm,
obviously somebody about to get away with something.
right. Yes,
It's
sir. The whole time
crazy.
people want to rebel. That Aquarius in the fourth.
I'm trying to think by election time. By election time, that's in a couple of months. So then we got the Olympics. I just found out about that.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, so you got all that happening too. So it's like that's going to pretty much determine a lot of the election too, if we really pay attention.
Oh, Trump killing him. I think that's what I heard. When I seen, I heard Trump was up. Well, he got boosted up since he got them charges for some reason, and he gained like $35 million.
That's
Like
wild.
it's crazy, bro.
That's wow.
Yeah.
All I can remember is that line from Rush Hour when your boy was when Chris Tucker's character was talking on the dude on the phone with the negotiator talking about who you think you got, Chelsea Clinton. $50 million. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. That is hilarious.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, this is like that's the like core energy, like just like just from now moving into going clockwise. That's how the energy's flowing when it comes to knowing what's going through the days and the nights and things of that nature. And then as that moon is getting closer to regal, which is basically Hopi and Kemetic, and then Hopi deals with the lungs. So it's just like this is another spread in time for the K trails and things of that nature. So just be mindful of that. Also be mindful of if you got asthma and things of that nature. Definitely be clear from a lot of the pollen that's about to come through. If you're in a heavy polluted area, it's good to like do some good breathing exercises away from that. Get into the mountains, get somewhere high so you can like exhale, exhale all that negativity and inhale all the goodness.
Facts. Big fat. Yes, sir. All right, you want to go over house rulership before we get on these charts, or how you want to do it?
Yeah, we can go ahead and go in the house full of shit. Yep.
Well, we're gonna go with the bread and butter. Just gonna get that out the way. We're just gonna do one pick, and you already know what it is.
One
Yes,
unknown.
sir.
So the title, as it says, True Elliptic Path of 13 Zodiacal signs. Notice that you'll see, that each one of these houses are spread out. They're not all 30 degrees because this is dealing with the elliptic. We're talking about the sun's movement within each and every sign of what we know as the zodiacs. In this case, you'll see that certain ones are a lot bigger, certain ones are smaller. Like, for example, the 12th house being Scorpio. The reason why it's going in this um, um, counterclockwise manner is because this is also set to what you would know as Tibetan or Chinese astrology zodiacs, or those lunar zodiacs that are known. So, starting with the first house, we're dealing with Sagittarius, and then Sagittarius deals with, and go ahead, Elmore.
What we on? What we on? Sagittarius?
Yeah, we're going with the first house going all the way to the 13th.
Oh, I just realized Sagittarius was the first house.
Because this is based off of Chinese astrology. So I'll go ahead. Before we go in, I'll give you like the story. So in Chinese astrology, the Buddha or the emperor more so is the 13th sign, right? The 13th sign is where the emperor sits. So he tasks all these animals of the world to, there's a, you know, if you want to be like the top sign, come join this, like meet me at this particular spot. So it starts off with the rat and the cat. So the rat and the cat is Sagittarius, but the reason why the rat got there is because of what he did to the ox, which is Capricorn. And then you have the tiger, then you have the rabbit, which is Pisces, you have the dragon, which is Aries, you have the snake, which is Taurus, you have the horse, which is Gemini, you have the sheep, which is Cancer, the monkey, which is Leo, the rooster, which is Virgo, the dog, which is Libra, and the pig as Scorpio. And then you got the 13th. So and the story goes is that when the cat and the rat were traveling together, they got on the ox because the ox ended up helping them out. So what ended up happening was the rat pushed the cat off the ox and it fell into the river. And when you talk about the river, we're talking about the cosmic flow. You know what I mean? Because it's a whole intricate story when it comes to the cosmos. So that river that it fell into was what we will call the Milky Way galaxy or the Milky Way bands, if that makes sense. Uh oh. Okay, there you go. So you have the Milky Way band. So where that Milky Way band sits is where Ophiuchus sits, and then going across is where Orion sits. So when you think about it, there's actually 14 signs, but in this case, we're not going to go there. So starting off with the first house, with the first house being Sagittarius, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and then as the first house speaks on, the first house speaks on what?
First house is all about the self, the body. First house is where the ascendant lies. First house also can show ancestors along with the fourth and the 10th. But it's a lot of household ancestors. But anyway, first house is our physical appearance, um, our personality type too. And let me see what else first house is. I got a chart for
Bam! Now we're going into Vedic.
you. the Hindu, well, according to Hindu, this the first house represents the soul, the personality, and the mind. And what
Mm.
else? Oh, this is like medical astrology, right?
Yeah, that's the medical one.
All right, we'll go back to this. That's all I got for the first house.
All right. So then it's like in this case we're dealing with like, Sagittarius, and then it's like, when you talk about planetary rulers, the when we go later into the broadcast, we'll pick it up where it's from the basics, but this one's more like, a little bit advanced when people start to understand these 13 houses, not only understanding that there's 13 houses, but in this case, the housing system is a little bit different. So each, after we get to 12, there's an actual another house that people are not aware of, and that's dealing with more of the true aspects of the spiritual zone. So you see how the 12th house represents, spirituality, illumination, and things of that nature, but it's more so the negative, not necessarily negative, but the grounding negative of spirituality. Once you get to 13, it's more of the what they would call the the
Kind of like
positive way
yeah, kind
of
of like zero
spirituality.
point
Correct, correct.
because it is the galactic center, so they're like the 0 point.
hmm But we'll call it 13 because of the order of how many it is. But if you really count it, Ophiuchus would really be the ninth. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right
and,
between
and Pisces, Pisces will be the
Scorpio.
13th.
Yeah,
hmm
I feel you.
But yeah, we could move on for this one because if people got questions, definitely drop them in the chat if you really want to know what each one represents. But we'll go ahead and like deal with the basics.
Yeah,
So
we're
in
gonna go
this,
to the basics because everybody ain't that advanced for the 13th sign. This is one everybody familiar with.
correct, correct. So now we're going to go ahead and just start with the first house, and we notice with the first house, in this particular chart gives you a more understanding of the elements, their cardinal point direction, the symbol for their sign, and what's their ruler, and then what is exalted in. And then you have the name of the zodiac on the far left on the outside. So we just described the first house, but now we can talk about the ruler planet of this house.
Right. The first house is ruled by Mars, and it's governed by the zodiac sign, like we just seen Sag and Aries. It's a cardinal fire sign. And, Aries and Mars represent the head, so the first house can show like head injuries or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
anything dealing with the head or and what else is exalted. The sun is exalted in Aries.
Mm-hmm. And so that's like almost like speaking on its certain what they call them, the deacons. Like it's like a code towards the deacons as well. But going back to the first house, if you go back to the we'll use the Hindu chart so people can see more like a definition of the first house, or more of like the things that connect to the first house. So it's like you have that first house was dealing with you know in a astral realm. This is where you would call your ascendant sign, which is the mask that you wear, which is your body, your whole entire body. Each particular house has a particular well, not each house, I'm sorry. The first house basically tells you what type of body sign that you are. So if we go back to the chart that we had, you see how the first house was dealing with fire. So not most people are not fire signs. Oh, that's even better. Not most people are Aries rising. Most of us are have different types of rising. So with us having different type of risings, we will have what they will call different type of body types in our hands. Our hands will tell us what type of sign that we are in this particular chart when it comes to your first house, or AKA your ascending. So in this case, we're talking about Mars that rules Aries. Aries, obviously, is like are known for hot-headed, wanting to fight and things of that nature, but they're more chilled out, like Tauruses, than anything else. But it's like if you cross them, like yeah, that Mars energy definitely pops out. But the first house is literally dealing with self, the mass, who you are that you don't see unless you see a mirror. But when other people see you, they see this particular sign. Like for me, you see the Taurus, and then for Elmore it'll be shit. What is your rising sign? I can't remember.
Libra.
And then, yeah, for him it's Libra. Then when you get to the sun signs and things of that nature, we're both how you say Leos. So it's just like you can start to see certain features that we might share. But with me being Taurus and him being a Libra, we're both ruled by the same particular planet. So we'll go ahead and go to the second house because that's pretty much both of our ruling planets.
Right. Second house is ruled by Venus, governed by the zodiac sign Taurus. Second house is all about health. I mean, not. I mean, say wealth, not health. My bad. Wealth, finance, uh, property, your possessions, what you value, self-esteem, self-worth. Um, like things you keep in your wallet. It represents family and Vedic. And it ruled by Venus. So it second house can show what type of relationship you have also.
Hmm.
And second house is it's someone leaving out, but it shows how what we value in life for real.
Hmm. And then if you go back to the Hindu chart, so people can see what the second house also represents from that perspective as well. And you see at the top left, as the brother was speaking on, you see how it represents wealth. It talks about the speech, family, And when it comes to wealth, we're talking about your values. We're talking about your possessions as well, your assets. Most people would use it to correlate your career, but there's a combination that helps with your career dealing with the second house as well. With Venus being in that one, you understand that Venus is like that more core energy of, what represents those particular aspects of you. With Venus being in Taurus right now, that's why, a lot of people are seeing different elevations in their business or seeing different drops because of certain alignments that's in their own natal chart. So the best thing I can say with this second house is like, definitely take a look at it, understand the house itself before you start putting the other planets into it. Also, just understand that with that planet that you really want to focus on is Venus, because Venus is that ruler of that second house, no matter how a person sees it.
Big fat fan. Also, the second house represents self esteem. That's the word I was trying to find. Self
Man.
esteem. Second house show our self esteem, and second house, like the chart say, the throat, but it also represents the mouth, like what goes in the mouth.
Mm, mm,
Um, yeah, that's all I got for the second.
hmm. And then like to just to add a note, also with the second, it's also dealing with what they would call abundance as well. It's another part of abundance what you also bring, but it's more of the inner side of the inner part of yourself more than the outer part. It's the things that you truly focus on, the things that you were taught, not just by your family, but those core keyword values that you have learned from your people, rather they be from the astral realm or rather they be in the physical.
Big facts. Let me see. Go to the other chart.
Boom. So now we're dealing with the third house, and the third house is dealing with Gemini, and the Gemini is ruled by Mars. I mean, oh, my bad. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. My bad. Yeah, go ahead, Amor.
I got Mars in the third house, so you were right. It's like,
Right?
but yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, third house ruled by Mercury, governed by the zodiac sign Gemini. Third house rules siblings. The way we process information, our mental, our rational mental versus the sun. I'm gonna say the moon, but community, neighborhood, the hood. Um, in tropical it represent cars, but in Vedic gonna be fourth house, gonna be cars. But
Mm,
looking at a tropical chart, I look at the third house of Mercury because third house is short trips, short distance trip. Third house is the hands, any dual parts of the body. Cause Mercury represent the hands, any dual parts of the body like the arms, the leg, the nose, lips, all that. And what else? Oh yeah, third house represent courage. And we'll look on this chart and see what it say.
mm-hmm,
Third house represent bravery, left ear, brothers and sisters.
mm-hmm.
We'll let you go for it.
Yeah, yeah. So like in the third house, we're talking about, the biggest part is, as all people will understand, third house is dealing with communication, how you receive it and how you give it. Where the most vital parts of your mental is being activated. The third house being ruled by Mercury, and where how Mercury moves, the way that Mercury moves and how fast it moves, it literally helps you understand the process of how your brain is working from the right and left hemisphere. As the brother was telling you, that it represents the dual, your duals are your eyes, your eyebrows, the two hemispheres, two main hemispheres of your brain, your arms, legs. Basically dealing with Allah in a sense, if you really want to go that far.
Yes, sir. Arm, leg, head. I forgot the rest of it. Oh, we go into the fourth house. Fourth house represent the mother. We need to try to speed up because I think we got people waiting on the read. So we're
Hmm.
gonna try to speed through this, make it fast. Fourth house represent the mother, the family, comfort in house, wealth, clothes, See right here in Vedic represent cars,
Mm-hmm.
comfortable life. Then we go to what tropical.
Mm-hmm. And in tropical, you see how it's ruled by the moon, which is also, this planetary ruler of Cancer is the moon, which rules the fourth house, which deals with your family, deals with your past life, what your values, the other parts of your values that you were, bred into versus what you were kind of taught. The difference between being taught and being bred into it is basically that genetic code that also connects you from your cosmic family into your personal bloodline family. We'll go ahead and go to the fifth house.
Yes, sir. Fifth house is ruled by governed by Leo, ruled by the sun. Fifth house represents kids, our creativity, creative endeavors. What else? Not politics, but the government. Represent sex, romance, like one night stands type of sex.
Mm-hmm.
Represent higher education, like I said last live, like college. Um, Represents and Vedic represent mantras. And I'll let you go ahead. Well, we read
Mm-hmm.
the chart right
Yeah, reading the chart.
now. Brain, astrology, child, studies, stomach. So
Mm,
yeah. Oh yeah, feel how represent the occult. That's why they got astrology in there.
mm-hmm.
Also,
And then the fifth house also deals with, in a part of romance, we're talking about courting, how a person would court. This is like the real uh, core place of a person's relationships, not just like in the seventh house. Like the seventh house is, how you know the people, but the fifth house is really how you see the realm of how you would, see yourself in a relationship or how you approach certain relationships. And now we go ahead and go to the sixth house.
all right. Sixth house represent. Let me see. Disease, war. Like I was saying earlier about the army, Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
Represent war, sin, fear. I ain't know it represents sin.
That's crazy. That's deep.
Uh, Fear, insult, court cases. I ain't know it represent court cases. But I know it's a trend with Vedic and Hindu. Like
Mm-hmm.
the house before represent what tropical. For example, court case is gonna be seven house in tropical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I noticed that connection with that. Like I just said, cars is third house in tropical, but cars is fourth house. So it like along with the signs, the houses kind of flip meanings, go behind. Could be
Mm-hmm.
24 degrees too also. But anyway,
Just that
enemies.
that difference between 30, 45.
hmm Enemies, servants. Six hours represent slave. That's why you got servants right there.
Mm-hmm. This is
But
and then the real aspect of it is like what you're a slave to mentally, because it's also ruled by what Mercury, and then it's dealing with Virgo as well. And Virgo deals with not just in that sense in tropical and any other parts. It deals with the health house as well, but it's also where you become a slave to the world or a slave to your mental, because Mercury is the planetary ruler of Virgo.
right, it's kind of like a product of my environment type because Mercury also represent the environment or the
That
neighborhood.
that and your routines.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, seven house. Seven
Yes,
house
sir.
is ruled by Venus, governed by the zodiac sign Libra. Seven house is all about partnership, friendship, contracts, negotiation, lawyers and stuff like that. Law. Um, what else?
That how you business partners, also like certain relationship partners, also how you will the other parts of how you will court. It also represents your hips and things of that nature. And then in the Hindu, we'll go ahead and go to the Hindu, because then it starts to explain a little bit more of how it's like the shift, because it's like more the seventh house is explained like the eighth house, which is crazy. So it says sexual relations, business partners, import export, business partners again, what I mean, marriage, life, in-laws, private organs, wife and husband.
See how I got private organs? I ain't know. See, according to Tropic, you had to look at the eighth house for the private organs.
Right.
and sexual relation for real.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's more like fifth. It's fifth and eighth and find that out. But yeah.
Right. But I can see how it still relate because I'm gonna drop some gems on y'all. The house before and after a house already relate to each other. They're like neighbors. Like like how you see the first house in between the 12th and the second. So
Mm-hmm.
you automatically gonna feel 12 house energy and second house. There's some gems right there for
Mm-hmm.
free. Them free gems right there.
Mm-hmm. So when you
That's
look at
why it's still relatable. Even if it is in the seventh house, you still probably can find it in the seventh house because the seventh house is handing over the energy to the eighth house. If that makes sense.
mm-hmm. Because then if you look at the number code, it's basically dealing with that number five, but it's all good.
Yes, sir. Eighth house, house of death, mystery, deep science, injury, deep
And if
science. Scorpio, um, like to investigate, dig deep beneath the surface and find out hidden truths. We
mm-hmm.
pretty good at that.
Mm-hmm. It also represents the house of what they would call sex magic, letting go, how you will circulate things, whether it be money, goods, pretty much knowledge, occult knowledge, esoteric knowledge. And then its planet rulers are Mars and Pluto. Ancient ruler is Mars, but modern times it would be Pluto.
Right. Ninth house ruled by Jupiter, governed by Sagittarius. Ninth house is all about our release, our what we believe in, our higher power, or our higher self, or God. It's traveling long distance, foreign people, publishing. It's something else I was about to say. Ninth house is it related to the hips and thighs, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and also with your muscles and things of that nature, your more structural part tendons. It also represents, like the brother was talking about, like your religious background in a sense. If you're in a religious background, it also represents the house where you get most of your unknown knowledge from. It's like where that ori really touches you, or where that communication is basically dealt for from this opposite, which is the third house, where it comes from that mental place. Now you're spreading that word, like the good word.
Yep. 10th house is ruled by Saturn, governed by Capricorn. 10th house is our public image, reputation, our career environment, the father. Well, the ninth and the 10th house represent father. I forgot that. In Vedic, ninth house is father, tropical. 10th, once again, like I said, how the energy shifted. But our careers, our long term goals, yeah, 10th house. We're going to the 11th house. 11th house
Mhm.
is ruled by Uranus, modern day Uranus, uh, traditional Saturn, governed by Aquarius. 11th house is about social networking. It's about humanitarian deeds, uh, technology, aviation, um,
The
online,
internet.
internet. Yeah. Um, moving on. 12th house Pisces represent by governed by Pisces, ruled by Neptune, modern day ruler. Jupiter is the traditional ruler. 12th house is all about how good a sleep we get, bed pleasures, spirituality, isolation, institutions, um, what type of lawsuit we might take.
Hmm.
Um, that's all I can think of.
And then to end it all off, just go ahead and go to the Hindu chart, so we can end it from there.
Mm-hmm.
So starting with the ninth house, we got religion, foreign travels, lucky, the holy place, where you get everything going. The 10th house is representing the father, the workplace, energy to work, success in business, nature of your work, your job, pretty much, so now you start to see where the combination comes from. When we got to the 11th house, what the brother was speaking on, you got the gains in your income, speculation, dealing also with the right ear. Then you have the 12th house, what the brother was speaking on, the losses, the foreign houses, bed comforts, your friends, and then, to end it off, your right eye.
Yes, sir. And we're gonna go deeper. We had to rush through it, but we're gonna probably do another one, series
Yeah,
on
we do a
astrology,
whole series on it. Yep.
where we can go deep and take our time on it. But she said, please record. Yeah, fam, it gonna be live on my page. You can watch it however
hmm
you want to for real.
So now, with that being said, just to give, like, just a mini quick introduction. We just want to give people an intro to it. But now, who be the first person that we talk about?
To my who chart finna read?
Yeah,
Oh, her. I think she came first. Yeah.
she she did.
So we're gonna hop on her chart real quick.
hmm
Let me see. I think I got it pulled up already.
The survey says she a Virgo rising.
Mm,
Wait a minute.
what happened? Oh, you can
hmm
see the screen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It said something. I was like, wait a minute. I'm trying to think. Let's see. It's a Virgo rising. Maybe. Maybe a Scorpio. Maybe a Scorpio, but I'm leaning towards Virgo. I was thinking of an Earth. So yeah, she's a
You can see that, right?
Capricorn. Yeah, she's a Capricorn rising. Never mind. I was thinking Earth. She definitely looked like an Earth person. Yeah. Oh, that's too much. You go back out just a little bit. Oh no, it's because of the banner. Never mind. So
Take the banner off real quick.
Aquarius Capricorn rising person
Yes,
with
sir.
Taurus sun. And then she is the year of the look like the year of the dog, maybe the rooster. Yeah, I'm thinking rooster. She year of the rooster, possibly dog, more so rooster.
Yes, sir. I'm just trying to get a little overview of the chart real quick.
hmm She won with a Pisces moon, Saturn. So she coming up on a return soon. What, 2, 3 more years? About no, about 3 or 4 more years. She coming on her Saturn return.
So she feeling it already, bro.
hmm Like 3, 4 years into her Saturn return. Um, Mars in Taurus as well. Venus in Gemini. Pluto in Virgo. No, no, Pluto in Leo. So she coming on the she got Neptune in either Ophiuchus or Scorpio. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna go back and forth this time. We ain't gonna. go through the whole chart like we did. I think that take too much time. We're gonna do
Mm,
it how we just did the preview,
mm-hmm,
the opening. We're gonna just go back and forth.
mm-hmm.
I know I take probably a long time trying to go around the whole chart, but I'm finna grab some drink right quick. My mouth dry.
All right, no doubt. I'll go ahead and start off. So with her being a Capricorn rising, that's I can see where the whole how do you say, the person who is always doing for others and believe in others, but always get the, like, how do you say, the tail end of the stick type thing. With you being a Taurus, you're definitely always helpful, but you're definitely stubborn. You're very close to yourself. Um, you're more about, the fun things in life, but at the same time, there's a lot of other aspects that kind of get in your way. With you being very stubborn with that Mars and with that Mars in your fifth house too, it's just like, yeah, you're very active in a lot of different ways. With you having that Gemini, like your daily routine is all about, I don't want to say your daily routine is dealing with gossip, but you definitely like the gossip, but you definitely like the beautiful things in life when it comes to certain aspects, especially when it comes to art. When it comes to your business, it's kind of um, different a little bit. I would say that you're either some type of teacher, driver, or home care person. Um, what you have in that Jupiter and that and Virgo slash Libra, that's just more so where a lot of your wealth is at. And then with your midhaven being in the 10th house, with your midhaven being in the 10th house, um, you're pretty much what they call very successful in a lot of things that you've done. However, you also have the inclination of being some sort of um, either a business leader or a very spiritual leader. If you have not gotten to that, like, people come to you for a lot of like spiritual advice when they need it, or where you see fit that they need, which you have in one, two, three retrogrades with certain planets. So you definitely got, no, yeah, three planets. So you got the Neptune retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, and Pluto retrograde. So when it comes to like your era was definitely how you say, you witness a lot of the dark things in life, possibly dealing with how you say, in your relationships, most so probably also in your field of, your upbringing, how much that was probably a mental battle for you. I mean, it wasn't too hard, but there are certain things that may be hidden that, you probably don't want to discuss, besides, like, things that you possibly already worked on. When it comes to that particular round, when it comes to your aspects of healing, that is something that is like real, been a more of awakening, especially in this time, because you have that Chiron and Pisces. So a lot of how you say, recurring events or memories have been showing up lately when it comes to like certain things that you have gotten over, or you possibly have seen other people going in through. And also with you having that North Node in Pisces, this is definitely another one of those times where it's like, you're being pushed more into the direction of either going back into what you used to do, or basically, being more focused in what you're supposed to be doing as a successful business, or successful career type of being. And what else is there with you being at Taurus? So it's just like, yeah, you have a lot of how they say, you got a lot of power in that fifth house. That's where like a lot of your power is at. So doing transitly, with you having your solar return not too long ago, um, one thing I can also say for you is like, definitely, in a sense of medical astrology, I would definitely look towards, from your throat to your from your throat to your skin, there's certain things that you may want to be aware of. I'm not sure if you or if your thyroid or things of that nature was affected, but definitely get that checked out. Definitely work on your blood pressure because this is definitely a critical time when dealing with blood pressure for some reason in this particular cycle that we're in. Which you have in that Pisces moon, this is more so, the intuition part. Like you're very intuitive in a lot of things that you do. You're more of that filler, or your voice definitely resonates with a lot of people as well. And then I'll wait till Elmore jump back in.
Yes, sir. What up, fam? We're gonna kick it out like this. You got the Senate ruler in Aquarius and Capricorn. With I'm gonna say you got the Senate in Aquarius and Capricorn with the ruler in where third house and eighth house. Um, you got the Senate ruler in the eighth. So some type of Senate ruler in the eighth, and the Senate ruler is in the third. So your life consists around your siblings. There was some type of transformation dealing with the family, with the relationship with the family. What kind of Let me see. I'll see first. We got the first house ruler in the third, right? So that means her sibling played a major impact on her personality. It affected her personality, affected her body, and first house also our psyche, along with the third. And you got the ascendant ruler in the third, so the psyche been affected from family trauma, some type of family trauma. What's going on with the family? It look like let me see, let me check the Mercury, see, check on the siblings, see what the siblings are doing. Oh, Mercury right beside Saturn, and what they doing? Nothing. They ain't got no aspects. So we had to go to the ruler of
Yeah, they conjunct like a mug.
yeah, they conjunct. So we'll look at that. That's an aspect. So you got Mercury conjunct Saturn. This can be sibling losing. Let me see what Venus doing first. Yeah, she got Mercury conjunct Saturn. So they're like an older sibling. It's some type of transformation dealing with your older sibling, probably your older brother, because you got Mercury conjunct Saturn, right? Saturn is an older person. Older. Is she in here? If you in here, Karen, fam, um, it seemed like your life what consisted earlier growing up anyway around your neighborhood, third house, your siblings. Or it could be cousins because third house is cousins also. But they're gonna be siblings because you got Mercury in third house. So they're gonna be a sibling. And they conjunct Mercury. You could some with the system because the government is the system. I'm gonna say Saturn is the government and the system. Moving on. Second house in Pisces and Aries. And the second house ruler is where? Ninth. Well, it's gonna be three places right now. It's gonna be ninth, tenth, and fifth.
Yeah.
Ninth, tenth, and fifth. So the second house in the ninth, tenth, and fifth. Second house. Second house is family, right?
Hmm.
And the Vita chart we just read. So Pisces is what loss. Some type of loss dealing with the family. Ninth house is also the older brother. So it was the older brother. And the other rulers in the tenth house to the system once again. Um, moving on. I'll let you go ahead. I did two houses. First and second house. How many houses you did? You made it to the fifth house?
I did all the planets.
Oh, okay. Well, I do one more. Third house, Aries. So it's some kind of conflict in the neighborhood. Conflict with sibling once again showing up again. Well, let me go back to the second house. Second house, she got the moon, right? She a Pisces moon, Aries moon.
Yeah,
Once
Pisces, Aries,
again,
Moon. Yep.
the Pisces moon shows family missing, missing family. And the Aries moon show um
Very competitive with them.
yeah, that's what I was trying to the word combative, combative competitive family, even army. That probably that probably what it is. Let me see. I had to check first. But anyway, she got Chiron in there. That's why I had to go back. So that's a wound dealing with second house, family. Second house, self esteem. Second house, self worth. Second house is money. Yeah, money. Then you got moon in there, so the money fluctuates. You know, you might get a lot of money, then all of a sudden it be gone. So be careful with the money. Then you got and then Aries. First you got it in Pisces, so you can lose money. Then you got it in Aries, so you can spend it real fast.
Hmm.
Uh, Third house, Aries. Conflict with siblings. Conflict inside the neighborhood. Um, so tell it how it is. Aspect. I got Mars in third. Um, Aries third house is gonna be. That can be like your sibling going to the army, cousin going to the army. Third house is also what information
Hmm.
and the media. Moving on, fourth house, Taurus. Fourth house Taurus with the ruler where in the fifth. Yeah, fifth. Fourth house in the fifth. This family, child, the children in the family. Third house of children also, but fourth house rule in the fifth gonna be fourth house ruler is what Taurus. Yeah, Venus in the fifth. Venus and Taurus. This you just let me look at the aspects.
Is it fifth?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what they're doing. It's square and Pluto. Damn. Um, in Gemini.
Oh boy.
Let's see what Mercury doing. Conjunct Saturn with Venus.
And it's like a semi-square, pretty much semi-square or
In conjunct. To my the green one.
no, I'm talking about Mercury. The Mercury Saturn is
Oh,
like,
Mercury.
that's like a T
Oh,
square. It probably got all kind of T squares and semi squares. Damn.
I wish you could comment in the chat. Let me know if I'm accurate.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, for me, it's like when I see anybody who got a Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun or moon, boy, they got some stories to tell. I tell you,
Yeah, she had a rough life.
for real.
I know that with a lot of Aquarius energy too. Like it'd be like stepchildren involved.
Hmm.
That's kind of what I'm seeing in here too. Stepchildren or like somebody been to a foster home. That's if you see a lot of Aquarian energy in the chart, that's
Hmm.
almost
Family
guaranteed.
secrets, like a whole bunch of family secrets. Finding out, like, in a certain round, somebody ain't their daddy and things like that, or
Fourth house is
somebody.
also the mother.
Hmm.
She got fourth house in Taurus. This is her making money from home too.
Hmm.
Because it's a double emphasis. You got the fourth house in Taurus and Venus in Cancer. So she might have a home business,
Yeah, that makes you wonder what she's
or she
doing.
might work from home or something like that.
Like she like works from home. She either does certain type of practice. Either she's a teacher, either had been into the military or basically taught in certain different realms. I'm thinking like she's either like been a driver at times, or she's been more like a stylist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep, cause she got that. She could be a stylist and a driver for real. She got ninth house, fifth house, third house. That's driving, but she could do hair also. Mars in the fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Work with her hands. She, for sure, she works with her hands.
right, right. Um, Go ahead. I'll let you take off.
Oh no, no, I'm good on this one. Like I gave like the transits of it all when it comes to health wise,
Okay.
with that whole where everything being in that for her be what you have Pluto and um Capricorn, so that'd be like in her first house. So you see how where you know Pluto's in that first house, and anytime Pluto's in that first house like that, this person is going through a complete makeover.
Right.
Going into their their
Facing all the
next
shadows,
going into their
shadow
next
work.
what they call that next Saturn return at that their second one at that
It looked like that person had surgery before.
very what they call what's that word that they call them people uh very accident prone.
Yeah. Hey, Karen, if you can give us some feedback, that'll be great, so we'll know where we stand.
Very
But I,
lively,
I can
very
see you having surgery though, surgery on the back,
mm,
or like he said, the throat.
I was thinking that or her feet for between that her feet or um um what they call C sections and things like that.
Right. Yup. All right.
But yeah,
Six houses in Cancer, right? Six houses the work environment. Once
mm-hmm.
again, she might work from home. Counts as the home.
Work with children and all that too.
Yeah, I was just about to say she can work at a daycare or something like that. Counts the energy. Um, the ruler of that is well in the second house. Yep, making money from home.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, yeah.
Or an artist. She might be even an artist too. She might be painting or drawing in that time, or she might even be a writer for all that too. She probably got a
Right,
lot of poetry that she don't use, or she probably got a lot of material for books that she don't use.
right. She got a lot of old books, and she probably started writing later in life with that Mercury conjunct Saturn.
Yeah, with that Pluto in your first house and transit wise, I will take advantage of it. You better tell the world your story.
Yup. She like to write about ancient stuff, ancient Saturn, ancient Mercury writing, third house writing. It's in
Hmm.
Taurus and Aries, like ancient catastrophes. But when it's in Taurus, it's gonna be like ancient. It'd be like ancient cosmology, not cosmology, cosmetology. True.
Yeah, that's true, true.
Because she got the fifth house energy, or making you look good. The fifth house all about making you look good. And she got Mars at the Leo degree.
What they
It
call
like
it, never
it like
catch her
cutting
slipping.
hair. She can cut hair, do hair.
Mm-hmm. You'll never catch her slipping ever.
Do you do hair care? If you still on here,
I want to know what Karen
that's
does.
probably what she do from home. She do hair at home.
Yeah, I really want to know what Karen does. That's what I'm waiting to see what she says. I want to know what she does.
She ain't giving us no feedback. We probably gonna have to move on to the next one.
Hmm.
Cause we just if we don't know where we stand. We don't know what's going on for real. But even though we know we accurate, but we want to have confirmation for real, so the people can see.
Hmm.
If she don't reply, we're gonna move on to see he on the screen, still on the stream.
Hmm.
We're gonna connect with him, but we'll do one
Who's
more house to give her time.
Mm.
Your homeboy, your protege.
All right.
Next.
Oh, we gonna have fun with him.
Yes, sir. Like we always do.
Hmm.
We'll go over the seven. How give her time to give us some feedback if she's still in here. Yeah, he ready too. He ready.
Yeah.
We're gonna do one more house. Give her the benefit of the doubt. You feel me? So we at the
Hmm.
seventh house. I'll let you take off at the seventh house.
All right. With that seven house energy, what they got seven houses like Leo, so it's going back into that fifth. So you see what I was talking about, like that whole relationship thing, like the way that she's a very I don't want to say very flirtatious, but in a sense she's like a go getter. Like you can't really like slide one on her unless you really get into her zone. You get into her zone, she trusts you. She's very loyal to a T. And then like with that whole Leo thing, it's like she's all about fancy. That's what I'm saying. You can't never catch her slipping. The only time you might catch her slipping is when she really just don't give a fuck, honestly. But you ain't gonna never catch this woman slipping, especially with her appearance. Like her appearance is not. I don't want to say her bread and butter, but her appearance is pretty much her bread and butter. How she gets down and how she applies herself is very like very Oshun like. And with it being in that fifth house for me, it's like yeah, she carries herself very well when it comes to the Oshun, especially with all the uh, tribulations that she possibly went through. You know what I mean? And that's not even possibly. It's like like I said, like I feel bad for a lot of people who got that Capricorn anything dealing with Capricorn. If you got Capricorn rising, sun, and moon, like you went through these three things that I always say. Either you've been mentally abused, um, physically abused, or sexually abused.
Big fact, fam.
Hmm.
Capricorn rough, boy. Ruled by Saturn.
And then being like the head of the family, she might even be the oldest of her kin, to be honest, or she might be like the second oldest, or the one who actually like took over for the older ones. That's what I'm thinking in that aspect. And with that seventh house, she definitely was like the leader of the bunch.
But it says she back on here, I think. Karen, if you back on, could you give us a little feedback on the reading? If you missed the reading, let us know. We can go back over it real fast for you.
Mm.
But I'll go with seven house while I get on time. Seven houses in Leo. Leo, yup. So seven house Leo is, let me see what the rule is. Fourth house. Your relationship with the family. Um, with the father. Nah, it's the older brother again. Son and Gemini. Seven house. Leo. What's going on with your older brother?
That's a good question.
Or do you work from home or the daycare? Do you do hair?
I don't know. She might have this run it on the replay.
Yeah, we might have to catch her next time.
Hmm.
Let me see.
Yeah, because she got all that going on, and then you got the what's the Neptune. That Neptune was in Ophiuchus. But yeah, so like a lot of her world is being transformed. A lot of her inner world is being transformed, like dealing with transit wise. So everything about her is about literally like a whole new change, and not necessarily change, but it's like this is her time where it's like for the next some odd, I would say like 10, maybe 10 more years. 10 more years is where it's going to be like this is a whole period of transformation when I say transformation, it's in good ways and bad ways. The bad ways is more so, this is going to be another time period of letting go of certain people who don't, um, who no longer serve you, if that makes sense. And then on top of that, there's certain things about you that you got to kind of let go as well that no longer serves you, so you can keep on striving for better, striving for more. If you want to keep on, how they say, being ahead of the game. Like you know what you need to let go and what you need to change about you. And the main aspect about you is like if you're a drinker, stop drinking or drink less. If you're a smoker, stop smoking because then that's like that whole thyroid thing that I was thinking about. But it's more so also with your skin as well. Like definitely take very good of your skin. Try to use less unnatural stuff and use a lot more natural. That's what I'm trying to wonder what you was putting up. I'm like, what is that? I ain't never seen that. But yeah, Karen, hopefully the messages that we give definitely help you in that way.
Oh, that probably why she said recorded. I
Ah,
kind of
yeah.
understand. I ain't understand at first, but she probably said that because she probably wasn't gonna be here. Um,
All right, now we dealing with him. So like
yes, sir.
this is my man. He's a like he already have his sidereal chart for me, so he already got the aspects. So now it's time for him to like see the dual aspects of it all. So under this chart, he's a Libra rising, but when you go to sidereal, he's a Virgo rising with the um Taurus moon and a Capricorn sun as well.
Hmm.
Like he's like all how you say all earth, if that makes sense.
Right,
But in comedic, he'll be all fire, if that makes sense.
right, and right here he all air. No, he got one earth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I
Mm-hmm.
kick it off then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Got Libra rising like me. Libra rising is all about peace, balance. They like to negotiate. Um, Libra in your ascendant. Well, we're gonna go over Virgo too. Libra in your ascendant gonna make your personality and your whole life consist around relationship, partnership, people. Period. Second house, people. Um, you got that what 17 degrees. You got the first house ruler is in the third house, so your environment played a lot. I'm gonna say had a lot effect on your personality, your psyche, your person. I'm gonna say your physical body, um, the way you present yourself to others, how other people see you, and your siblings also. The third house of siblings, and you got it in Capricorn. Um, the first house ruling the third, in Capricorn. They kind of like how oh girl was she had like the first house ruling the third,
Mm-hmm.
but Joy gonna be dealing more so with help. Um, let's see. Yeah, we got a lot of the same degrees too. That's crazy. Um, what was that? You got Venus conjunct Chiron at the Taurus. So some type of inner wound dealing with the environment you came up with, and it could be the siblings, could be your cousin, but it'd be the older person also because it's in Capricorn. But going to the Virgo ascendant. Virgo ascendant with the ruler in well the fourth.
No, it's in the third still. It'll be in the third. Still in the third. You got both oh, I see where the markers at. Never mind. So yeah, it'll be the fourth in there.
Yeah.
Third and fourth. Third and whole house. Gotcha. Okay, now I can read better. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, that little arrow. That's I see.
All right, there. Yeah, now I can see what you're. Now I see where those markings at. All right, back. Continue. So yeah, fourth house, third house, fourth house.
Virgo rising, sidereal. Virgo rising. You got the ruler of Virgo is in what the fourth house. So your life consists of the is based around your family, based around oh we on Virgo, yeah. Based around your family, possibly. Let me see, it's at 26 degrees. Yeah, which is family again, basically. So it could be a sibling again with him too. An older sibling. And then you got the second house ruler, Scorpio, right? Um Modern day Pluto in the third. Pluto in the third sibling once again. We go to the ancient ruler, Mars. Then you got that conjunct each other. Hold on. Both of those opposite Saturn and Gemini.
Mm,
I'm trying to see. It seemed like the rulers 12. Like the older brother um went to jail or something. But I'm gonna keep going. Second house, Scorpio with Pluto in the third. They're gonna be transformation dealing with the siblings. You got Scorpio in the second house. Scorpio deal with transformation. Second house is family. Once again, some type of transformation dealing with the sibling. That affected your relationship with him, with them. Some type of it could jump Mars. Mars could jump Pluto. So it's some type of violent shit or some type of gruesome accident or something. But it's something dealing with. Let me see. Let me look at the comments. Oh yeah, he's been in and out. Okay, so it is. Yeah, brother went to prison. Yes, sir. I'll let you carry on, bro.
all right. Well, it's not fair because I already done this chart.
I keep going. You want me to, but
Yeah, yeah. Keep going. Keep going.
alright.
So like, so all right. So let's go kick it off with the the third house. We'll kick it off with the third house where you got that Sag and that Capricorn, and you got Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn, and then you got the uh, but the main one for this one in Sidereal will be Sagittarius. So we're looking at that pretty much that the 10th house. With that being the 10th house, like one of the things that is predominantly on his mind is the successfulness of certain ways that he runs his income. Right, the more that he put himself in in a direction, because you see how they got that Leo up there, but it's Cancer. So with that Cancer being up there, it's just more so like he has to be more focused on his surroundings. And with that Jupiter being there in retrograde, it's more so in the realms of, you know, more so in the zones of, the more that a person, the more that he cares going on in his career, the more that you put things into perspective. And he knows I say this all the time. It's more so it's like you have a lucky star or you got a lucky planet in that 10th house, but it can also be damaging when you start to, allow your mind to go all over the place. Like for example, you have, Cancer in that 10th, right? So Cancer's ruler is the moon. Where's the moon? The moon is over there in the 8th house. With it being in the 8th house, you got to understand the dynamics of that. And then when you come to that north node as well, me and you already had that conversation with about that north node being in the 8th. So it's like you got to be very mindful of the positions that you place yourself in. You have a lot of creative energy, but when it comes to that whole inner world or dealing with your family and stuff like that, this is like a hard time for you when it comes to letting go. And then when it comes to your charts specifically, right, you have everything starting from the third house. So it's like you have that Pluto in your third house, pretty much on in that fourth house, honestly. So you got that fourth house energy going all the way to the 8th house. So it's about transforming. How do you transform it? You got to put yourself in a position where you put more of your mental energy into something more productive. What you have in that Saturn there, it kind of makes it hard for you as well over there in the ninth house. But it's more so you put the limits on yourself. No one puts limits on you but you.
Big facts, fam. Nikki said, "Can I get a reading?"
You're more than welcome.
We got you, fam. DM me your info.
And then with you being that Capricorn, like you are a boss person, but you're an old soul trying to make new things. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, with that whole Aquarian energy that you have, you got to kind of put yourself more into, help those who need the help. And then it's like this whole thing, and it's literally a whole thing with you. You got to learn how to help those who really need the help, and stop helping those who, you know, only see you for the abilities that you have. Like you have a whole bunch of things that you can be, you know, um, using your time and with what you do, but it's about the energy and clearing that them zones because a lot of the trauma is dealing with your home life. The more that you clear that energy from yourself and from your home, the more you start to become successful in what you do.
Facts.
But yeah, you can go ahead and go in.
All right, I'll take off. Where we at? Fourth house, Capricorn. Uh, fourth house, Capricorn is sad. Yeah, Capricorn is sad. Fourth house with the ruler in the ninth and 10th.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, fourth house Capricorn. Saturn is in Gemini. So this they're gonna be how your older brother affect your personality because the older brother probably like the father figure to you. I'm assuming, and that probably had a effect on your personality. On ruling the tent. Um. Oh yeah, Sag. Sag in the fourth are gonna be let me see, a religious family. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, religious family. Um, what else you gotta know? You got Neptune and the sun. You got Neptune and the sun in there. Neptune. Neptune will be somebody missing. Some type of law dealing with the family. Um, You got that sun at 20 degrees. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. I got the sun at 20 degrees. Um, I know that's a Scorpio sun. I know that all day. That's a rough sun. 20 degrees Scorpio. Uh, I'm trying to see. It was once again transformation as a child. As a loss of a family member. We're gonna move on. Fifth house Aquarius with the ruler. Fifth house Aquarius and Capricorn with the ruler in the fifth. Um, fifth house Capricorn with the ruler in the ninth. This you publishing some type of art. Um, well, this you can publish some type of art. Whatever kind of creative endeavors you do, you can publish because you got the fifth house ruler in the ninth house is publishing, and it's in Gemini, so it's gonna be online. Um,
Uh-huh.
Uranus in the fifth, they're gonna be once again. You got Uranus in Aquarius. This song is at 28 degrees. This song going online though. Some dealing with technology online. Fifth house is gonna be some some creatives like making people look good. Like I said the last reading. Fifth house is all about making people look good. So
Mm-hmm. Something that I put into his, help him put into his ear. He
mm.
already, he knows. This is funny that you pointed up.
And you got Uranus at the Cancer degree. Hold on, let me see.
But he got a clothing line. He's a I don't know what the
He doing
title is.
something from home. Like
He works from home. Mm.
okay, gotcha. All right, moving on. Sixth house Pisces. Sixth house is all about our health, our nutrition, our daily routine. Um, house of enemies, house of the battlefield, house of sin. What we just learned.
Great.
so daily habits too. You got in Pisces and with Aquarius. Pisces sixth house can be what we do daily, right? So you can probably smoke blunt, smoke weed, um, meditate, yoga, uh,
He need to do yoga, but
tai chi.
yeah.
Yeah, that what he needs to do. He got Pisces in the sixth house. It can be some unknown health issue going on. Pisces is unknown, but going to Aquarius sixth house. Sixth house is also our work environment, so you can work near some water. Pisces. I'm trying to think of like a Pisces job. Um, working in an institution. Yeah, you can work in an institution if you put Aquarius right there in the sixth. That'll be working like a flight attendant, working in tall ass buildings, working.
Yeah,
Mm,
either building his own corporation or working for a corporation.
right, fact. Or doing like computer technology, some shit like that.
Hmm.
What they call computer engineer, some shit
Computer
like that.
engineer or computer science. Yep.
Yeah. Let me see.
Motivation speaker. Um, um, almost like a religious leader.
Yes, sir. Do that Tai Chi. That'll build your energy up. You need to do that shit every day.
I be trying to teach him, man. He be playing.
He said, "How am I with my money?" I'll let you go for it.
Well, it's like he knows how his money is. He just got to be more, how you say, responsible. Like you get it. It's no hard. It's not hard for you to get it. It's how you spend it and who you spend it on. The way that your money goes more hand in hand with how you promote yourself. The more that your energy is focused on promoting, the more abundance that you get energy wise, because you got that Jupiter and that tenth house with the MC in the ninth, but it's like the tenth for me. But within that ninth is just basically teaching. The more that you teach, the more that you show yourself, the more that you show your brands, the more that you put out your music. You know, that's how you build up your money.
Yes, sir. What the second house is? Second house is what?
We have a few kids. It's like a few kids Scorpio, but in this one it's in Sagittarius, right?
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
But
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like it's right there like a Fucus. It's not in the middle of Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
But you got second house Scorpio and what Libra? Yeah, Scorpio and Libra. So there's been a lot of transformation going on with the money, but with Venus and with Libra in the second house, you probably can get it like he said with no problem. But you probably was sending your money to your older brother too, cause you got Venus in third and Capricorn. But then we go to the planet. You got Mars in the second house in Sag. That'll be Mars and Scorpio. Uh, Opposite Saturn. Um, Mars opposite Saturn in second. It's like um spending money fast and saving it. Being like frugal, whatever the word is, frugal with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you got Mars opposite Saturn, conjunct Pluto. So you have like some kind of government debt, but if you ain't, be careful because you got
That
Mars.
with that with other people. That's one thing I've been trying to help him with too.
Oh, okay.
Now look at that Libra, and then you'll get it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Uh, hit Pluto in the second house inside in Sidereal. I think so. But anyway, you got Pluto at the 7 degree.
He got like right there in that borderline between second and third.
Yeah. That Pluto right there look like a lawsuit though, or some type of debt dealing with the law. Kind of like uh, could be child support. No, it ain't child support.
Mm-hmm.
It
It's the
could be.
responsibilities of what you spend on.
Right, right,
The
right,
responsibilities of what you spend towards others versus spending for yourself.
right. Yep, Mars opposite Saturn. You gotta be more responsible when it comes to spending money. But other than that, I can see you making money through the media and through um one, two, three, four. Your home business and promote it on the internet. That would it look like. Continue promoting your business on the internet.
Traveling more, traveling, bring your business on the road at times. Just that same person from last time.
Nah, it feel like one of them, don't it?
Yeah, dude. But yeah, Love Smooth. What's your other questions? And then we have the other one too, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do. She said her right. The person right here said they want a future
Yeah.
reading.
See, yeah, she gave me that vibe like last time. Mm-hmm.
I checked the channel out. She got like 4,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
I see no face though. We might try you out after this one, but we got like one more before you. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, you got any Love Smooth, you got any more questions?
What type of person are you already?
That part.
How old is 2000? Oh, 2003,
Fresh,
21, 20.
yeah. Hey, fresh 20s, yep.
Oh, yeah. You already who you are. But overall, you're a Libra ascendant. You're a people person. Or you're supposed to be a people person. And with a Venus, you're supposed to be um,
Look like it's in the third.
some type of service, too. Some type of service to the people. It's in the third, so it's doing something in your community. It like you if you're working at your home. What he do at home?
He does music, clothing, uh, creates, he's very handy. He's a very creative, hands-on type of person within
Mm.
music, within clothes, within shoes, and with cutting hair as well.
Got that North Node in the eighth house in Gemini. He doing something with his hands. Yeah, the clothes. He cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Um, what type of being is Saturn? Saturn ninth house, Gemini, and what? Gemini and Taurus. Yeah. Saturn and Gemini and Taurus. Yeah. Saturn and ninth. It's something dealing with publishing. um, publish information, some type of information. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
North Node in the eight. He came to witness transformation through his siblings, transformation through learning information about the occults, um, to express his creative side of himself. North Node in the fifth degree, and it's in Gemini, so they him write music, but it's something deeper than the music when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to the eighth house.
Then he got that moon and Taurus along with, and this one's Gemini, but he got that North Node
Oh
and
yeah, he
moon
got
and
the moon
Taurus.
in that too, don't it? The moon
Mm-hmm.
and the eighth house, they like Scorpio moon all day.
Uh-huh.
It's another rough one right now. You got the Scorpio moon and the Scorpio sun by degrees. That's tough. Um, so the mother and the father were separated.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's about finding his own, being his own man. You know what I mean? Like,
hmm
it's all about being his own man. How he see himself being, like how he sees himself now. Think about that in two different fields. One, what is what is the best choices for you to circulate yourself? So you look at your eighth house and your second house, and you'll understand what type of values you have. You have that Scorpio Fucus, which is like mystery, also rebirthing, um, and then you got that Taurus on the other side. So it's like you gotta find the balance between uh, personal pleasures and your overall stability.
Right. Type the information in right quick. Yes, sir. He basically doing what he's supposed to.
He's doing what he's supposed to. He just has um what they call that inner chart. You know, all the stuff that we see on the bottom of the chart. That's like
Mm.
most of the stuff that's in the way. If that makes sense. Like that's mainly what's in the way. That's more so like him. It's like he's like most of us. We're introverts trying to be
Mm-hmm.
like living in an extrovert world, and it's just like we're trying to be not necessarily to ourselves. We're trying to be more, about what we can do and basically being honed into what we do. And also when it comes to like, the whole Libra aspect of himself wanting to have the partnerships to build upon certain things. But it's just like you have to at least get yourself situated before you start to get into these particular other zones. And then with him being, in his early 20s, he got a lot of work. He got a lot of work that he can accomplish by the time he turns 25.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he ain't have his Saturn turn yet.
Not by far.
What? I ain't down. We had Saturn at night house.
Yep.
Yeah. He feeling it. He found his guru. You night house guru.
Hmm. You got any other questions? As a reminder for those who's watching, if you're looking to get your chart read, put your DM L Moore about your natal information, and we'll bring you up.
No problem,
Yeah.
famo.
Hmm.
I'm finna go use the bathroom right quick.
Who's next in line?
Nikki.
Is Nikki there? Nikki, say something in the chat first.
Oh yeah. I think she is. I'll be right back.
So it look like Nikki's another. Oh, he didn't clear you out, Nikki, but it's all good. I got you. So Nikki is possibly Libra. Yeah, she's a Libra rising as well. Possibly Scorpio rising. Yeah, Scorpio rising. Still Scorpio rising. Possibly a Libra, but Scorpio rising. But you're also a Virgo. Virgo sun. Possibly still Leo moon, but Cancer moon. You are the year of the snake. So your year is coming up. So this will be your year. 2020, was it 2025? Well, now it's 2025. Towards the end of 2025 is your year, so definitely take advantage of it. Um, What else you got? You got Saturn and Ophiuchus, Uranus. Yeah, Uranus and Ophiuchus too. Lord of mercy, who are you? Um, so starting off, the Sun in the I gotta get used to this chart. Sun in the 11th house, starting with your ascendant, we'll say Libra. So wherever Venus is at, and Venus is in your 10th house. No, ninth house. So the struggle is real when it comes to what you value and the knowledge that you obtain. Trying to figure out those certain aspects of yourself, especially in the zone since you have that Scorpio slash Ophiuchus thing going on, and with that Libra thing going on. But Mars in the fifth house, we're talking about, you know, being too zoned into certain relationships with the and Pluto and Libra. So you definitely witnessing a lot of different type of injustice when it comes to your own personal values. Um, that whole mistakes that you have made when it comes to your certain personal relationships. Too busy building people up, and you build yourself up, but you have the capability to keep building other people up. That part about that Saturn and Uranus though in your second house in Ophiuchus, so it's like a lot of um how you say rough. It's like a rough draft or like a rough start when it comes to your to you. A lot of changes within you, not knowing like these certain type of energies that be, affecting you, especially your dreams. Your dreams is probably be like all over the place. The way that you structure yourself is very um different from others. You are very well kept when it comes to how you do things, but at the same time, you do have certain tendencies that kind of show otherwise. And I say that because you have that Pisces and Mars, and since we'll say like since couple months with that Mars and Pisces happening, I can honestly say like there's a lot of changes that was happening on the home front, and then you also have North Node and Pisces, so Aquarius, so that's about to be coming up too. Mm. What else you got? No real opposites. The so career wise, it makes you wonder: Are you doing? Are you like a flight attendant? Are you Are you an um, community center worker? Do you do social work? Are you um, dealing in computer science, possibly military? Mm, from your home life, so your home life was kind of directed in the zone of like people who are more big family, possibly big family, always searching for your other half. I don't know if you found your other half, but you're always searching for your other half. Your friends is definitely your friend zone is based. I don't want to say your friend zone, but your friends are definitely your greatest allies at times, and also your greatest downfalls or your greatest downsets in a sense. And I say that because of that Virgo thing, and then what you have in that Mars. Most of your um, troubles or tribulations come from your fifth and 12th house. So learn how to balance the two of your own personal relationship with people as well as your whole self-sabotaging ways. And with that Pluto being there, it's just more so in the lines of your your relationships with people, or pretty much your discernment sometimes is off, if I can say that. And then what you have in that moon in Pisces is dealing with, that core values with your peoples. But in that zone of peoples, we're talking about like your whole, you know, how they say crab in a barrel mentality, but not necessarily for you, but you being around those type of people. Every time you are trying to uplift or being seen or being too out there, others um, try to keep you in that zone of what I was saying, the crab in the barrel. With that 10th house MC, you can definitely, the machine operator. Dang it. I'm trying to figure something out. All I know is that it's definitely something with, yeah, machines. I just couldn't figure out what it was. If anything, it was just like driving. Like I was thinking maybe um, tractors and things of that nature. When it comes to your career, like when it comes to your career, it looks like you may did what they call what's that thing called? Um, did you do trade? Did you go to trade school? Possibly. I stay Scorpio rising and Leo moon. So yeah, so even with me shifting it all, so you still stay with that Scorpio, but more so with that Libra in it. So you got like pretty much a Fucus rising, almost like a Fucus rising, but more so like Libra Scorpio type thing. And your moon kind of shifts all the way into Cancer, but it depends on what part of Cancer or what degree in Cancer it will be. It will literally be a Cancer moon. So you will have like a Scorpio slash Libra rising, Cancer moon, Virgo sun. Mm, home life was definitely different, but you have like a lot of good traits to yourself, especially with communication. But with that Gemini in the eighth house, it's like all centered around it's all centered around certain relationships or certain individuals that you got yourself connected with that kind of learn your lessons in certain areas. But the hardest lesson doesn't come until later in life. Or one of your hardest lessons won't be coming until later in life. I'll say that. But what you have in that part of fortune in 11, like community work, as definitely community healing work will be a very um, impactful thing. Like for example, um, setting up moon lodges, also um, being a what they call a fitness instructor or health instructor. You will do a lot good in that manner. Also working with um, holistic medicines, you'll be very good at that, especially with you being a Virgo. But I'll pass it on to you, more.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, Nikki. Scorpio rising, Scorpio gang. What up? Which first of all, Scorpio rising is like you said, the Capricorn rising. Rough, traumatic,
Mm.
trauma, crimes, betrayal, all that Scorpio shit. Like to me, it's a battle between the Scorpio rising and the Capricorn rising. Capricorn dealing with more like Somebody being cold, somebody working all the time, somebody just being like the boss of you and all that. What Scorpio dealing with straight trauma, traumatic experience. So all top, Scorpio rising. I think she a Scorpio rising in both systems because it's at 27 degree. Yep. So she a Scorpio rising in both systems. So Scorpio rising at 27 degree. Scorpio rising with the ruler in the 12th and the 4th. Was you adopted? She was adopted, or either her family or missing. Anyway, you got the first house ruler in the 12th. They're gonna be you, um, your life, your personality, your body, and how people see you was affected from the isolation that you was witnessed early in life. Um, the other ruler, Mars, is in the 4th house. Your personality, your life, your body has uh hasn't been. Oh, she said. She said, "No, I wasn't adopted." Nah, I just say that because you got the first house ruler in the 12th. But anyway, I know one thing you've been through traumatic experience with the Scorpio rising with the ruler in the 12th. With the ruler Mars and it's in the 4th. So the family had an effect on your personality and your whole life consists of based around your family. Um, Mars second. You got second house. The Saturn in the 1st house. Look like Saturn in the first. All right, so
It's like in between, like it's like right there on the marker, the split. It's like a cuss type thing. Like for me, I see it as the first.
and the second, yeah, I just do both. Saturn in the first gonna be you being restricted at a young age. Saturn in Sagittarius, restricted freedom at a young age. You probably wasn't adopted, but somehow your freedom was restricted some type of way. Dealing with the family. Um, Saturn in the second house gonna be money issues. Then you got Saturn at that Leo degree, so some kind of conflict with authority when you was a child, an older man or older person. You got Saturn conjunct Uranus. I got that too. Saturn conjunct Uranus equal problem with authority, rebellion against authority. So something happened when you was a child with older people or authority figure would make you rebel to this day. And let me see, Uranus in the first. It look like the second house. Uranus in the second house makes your money fluctuate. Money go up and down. You got Neptune in the second house. You lost some money dealing with a relationship. You lost some money to the system dealing with a relationship. There might be a divorce. Let me see the seventh house. Yeah, yeah. Like you lost some money dealing with a divorce, or you just lost some money. Period to the system, to the government. Um, Neptune is second. This is you can make some money off of second house is our income, so you can make income by being a photographer. Neptune photography. Neptune is what else? Working in an institution. Working, you make money from working in an institution, government institution. Neptune and Capricorn. Kind of look like you worked in an institution before, or you probably is gonna work there in the future. You say I know you was a waitress. I can see you was a waitress also with that Mars and Aries field house, and you got the Leo tent house, Leo and Virgo tent house. So the career gonna be Virgo. It's gonna be Leo, but I'm going to move too fast. But I'll let you hop in, bro.
Hmm. Hmm. So it's like it makes you wonder where the disconnect has been coming from since with herself, with that Saturn and Uranus thing and Ophiuchus. So it's like, the parts of her is like, is very, she keeps herself very um a mixture of like being seen, learning how to be like more part of society at certain times, always having like a particular change in her moods a lot. She definitely is what they call a breath of fresh air, especially when it comes to conversation, because she definitely can hold a conversation, but a lot of the times it's just more so if you lose her, she's like, yeah, I ain't with it. But that whole limitation thing, like that whole Uranus and Saturn conjunct in Ophiuchus, is kind of like, it's like saying she is truly rebellious, but at the same time she knows how to put limits on herself. But again, like the biggest thing with her was more so in the realms of relationship, mainly due to that her Virgo sun. Or if you're not even that, if you want to just stick with this, then you got that whole what they call Libra sun. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's the same thing. It's like she's always looking for during the time frame. She's always looking for something. It was always a search for, like, she felt like something was missing in her life. She felt like she was definitely different from a lot of different people, regardless of how she was brought up. She knew for a fact, like, there's a lot of things with her that's very, very, very intuitive, and that's mainly before because of that whole Neptune and Sagittarius as well. Like what I have, like her Sagittarius Neptune is probably close to the galactic center at that, but more so her that Saturn and Uranus combination. That's where it's like really, really tough because you got um hardcore structures, secretive, adventurous structures with that Uranus. When that Uranus, like I always call it, is the planet of change. Change is like something that she's always going through, and then it makes you wonder, like, have she? Um, no, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna go there with that. I'm definitely not gonna go there with that. If I have your permission, I'll go there, but I'm not gonna go there. Um, But yeah, it's like the main thing in your chart is just more so you and your relationships. You and your personal relationships have been very much uh, um, a setback at certain times in your life. And then it's like when you're in your current state right now, you are definitely in a very how you say uh, great transformative way, because in the current day lifestyle, your Pluto's basically in that so basically what it's like, all right. So one thing I've noticed with people who got Uranus in their first house, they are either um very they don't follow society's rules whatsoever. Like, you date who you want to date, you basically go where you want to go, you get in where you fit in, not even necessarily where you fit in, or you just get in however you feel, how you please. um you like to stay to yourself, but you also like to be, seen a lot more than others, and that's more so because of your Virgo You're not necessarily your Virgo sun, but you're, for me, it's that Libra rising. You like being seen a lot. You're very nice. You're the way that you talk comes off very flirtatious. The only way a person can literally put you in your place is when they call you out on your shit, because that's the only time you have respect for people, because you rather people be very blunt with you versus um, lying to you. Like someone can be doing all kinds of crazy like stuff in the background as long as they telling you the truth. I'm not saying that, not necessarily saying that you'll be okay with it, but you will respect it. You may leave it, you may stick with it, but at the same time you will also respect the fact that a person must be truthful with you. And then when they, and how truthful they need to be is like if you literally on some craziness, especially when you're out with your friends, and if you're in a relationship, probably 9 times out of 10 the reason why um, certain situations went down is because you are very um, out there. You're very, very out there. And it's not in a bad way. When I say out there, it's like, people can walk past you and you're just like, hey, how are you doing? Da 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 da. You're very outgoing. And most people can't keep up with that energy because of the way that you look, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you talk. And when you start talking, people are not understanding, like, wow, she's very educated, even though she's doing a lot of ratchet shit, doing a lot of ratchetness. And I'm going to stop right there.
Yes, sir. Uh, third house, Uranus. Uh, I'm gonna say down Aquarius. I'm sure. Third house Aquarius. Modern day ruler Uranus and traditional Saturn. So third house ruler is in both of them in first and second, seventh house. Second house, same degree.
You see what I'm saying? That's just
Exact
crazy.
degree. That's crazy. So that's a major emphasis right there. They're like exact conjunction. So you got the third house ruler conjunct each other, both rulers. Aquarius is sudden events. Aquarius, like humanitarian deed. Aquarius is friends. So your friends were like your cousins or whatever. um, this is online friends, online information. Third house is also cars. Um, you got that ruler is in Sag, in the first house of yourself. In Sag, a traveler. Then we go to Mercury, Mercury square and Uranus and Saturn. Did you have a car accident? That's probably what it is. That's probably that Aquarius energy I'm seeing. Either when you have a lot of Aquarius energy, it's accident or adoption. So she ain't been adopted. So finna see. Is it an accident? Hey, have you ever had a? She look like she accident prone for real.
Oh,
Like it been like some major traumatic experience dealing with that too. But fourth house Pisces is
she had a lot of unnatural things happening around her, if that makes sense.
right outside thing like
Like we talking about like spirits, we talking about
right
like apparitions and things of that nature, things that be in the shadows. When she looking, like she doesn't understand, she be seeing shadow figures, or she be listening to. She's like very in tune in a certain degree that is very weird. And with her having that Saturn Uranus combination, is very intense.
right. She got that fourth house in Pisces and Aquarius. Fourth house, she said yes, spirits and dreams. Did you ever have a um, car accident? Fourth house Pisces. Moving on. Fourth house Pisces. Pisces is. Oh, she said she had spirits and dreams, especially the family. 8 house counts. Chiron. Gemini too. All right. The fourth house Pisces and Aquarius. This is gonna be like family missing, family member missing. Um, she said about 2 months ago I had a car accident, but it wasn't serious. Okay.
Fender bender.
Yeah. Bender. Fourth house Pisces gonna be like oh, that's what it is. Then.
Oh, there you go.
I knew it was something. Come on with it now. Cause you got Mercury square Uranus, that accident all day. Then you got Uranus at the fifth degree, that's a child. So it's an accident when you was a child. Um you probably with your father. You got Mercury conjunct. Let me see what his father doing first. Yeah, probably with your father. Or with you or that just probably show that Mercury conjunct sun show when she was a child again also. Mercury car, son, child. But you could have been with your car. I'm saying with your father at the time and you had that
Right,
retrograde.
and then I'm thinking she definitely had something happen when she was 20, not 20, like between the ages of 13 and 15.
Yeah. It looked like a family member, one of the family members, let me see who it is. Ah. She said she was with her mom, but her dad did the brakes. Damn. They went out. That's
Dang,
crazy.
that's wild.
So the mom and the dad showing up in this.
That's crazy. That is wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's in Libra, so that both parents, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah. And then 11th house at that. So yeah.
Right. Fourth house, Pisces. You got Rahu and I can't see what degree is. Rahu is the 13th. Aries degrees. Um, Pisces fourth house gonna be like a household, spiritual household. Could be a spiritual household.
Hmm.
Could be with a family. The mother working in the institution, or it could be with a family on drugs. Pisces,
That made me wonder if her people's was somebody was a hippie.
yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
Then you got Mars in there, so it's some type of conflict with the family. Um, and Mars square Saturn, the father, some type of conflict with the father as a child.
She just told us one of them.
I think that's what it is. But I'm just reading the chart out loud.
Yeah.
You got that North Node Aries, that's like an Aries North Node in the fourth house, Cancer and Pisces and Aquarius. She said my mom was in the occult and grew up in the '70s, a hippie. That what's up?
Swear. Swear.
Dad left when I was 3 years old. Yep, the father. Missing family member was the father because you got that Mars square Saturn at the fifth at the Leo degree, which is the father again. So that Saturn automatically the father because it's a Leo degree, it's Sun and Saturn, masculine. And let me see, fourth house Pisces with the rule. I ain't do the rule. Got the fourth house ruler in the second. um, fourth house ruler in the second. It can be like a family business.
Hmm.
Fourth house ruler with Jupiter in the seventh.
Hmm.
Once that's like another type of family business, like some type of family legal matters.
Yeah, she got Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury retrograde. Dang.
Oh, so do. Um,
I ain't peeped
Fourth
that.
house ruling the seventh. They're gonna be the relationship with her mother. Um, like he lost some money in dealing with a relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Um,
Like the relation, that part screams mostly in her chart. Like her and her relationships, something else.
yeah, she got Mars in conjunct the MC and what Venus. Yep,
Yep.
they exact. Both of them 2 degrees. You got a lot of exact aspects. So that mean they rough, they strong, they potent. You feel me? So that mean right there, they some type of abuse from the uh relationship.
And then when it be in Leo, as well, that's where it's like really stands out.
Yep, Leo like the boyfriend. Well, Mars is the boyfriend and Leo, and you got Mars in Aries, um, in conjunct Venus and the Moon. The Moon is you. In the woman chart, I read the Moon is you. So you got the Moon in conjunct Mars, so you've been abused. Yup. Um, Moon in conjunct Mars, like, mm, family abuse. But we ain't gonna go that deep. It's public. But anyway, sixth house Aries. This is your daily routines, nutrition, your health. The battlefield, the house of sin. What we just learned again. I'm gonna keep saying that so I
He's
remember that.
there, bro.
See what type of sins y'all commit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like nah,
time to
that's
switch the
probably shit.
shit up for real.
But
Let's get
I
it.
swear I done had that chart for the longest, bro, and I just noticed that sin was in the sixth house. I
Mm,
ain't know that till tonight,
I ain't know that till tonight. I ain't go front.
but that's interesting. Sixth house, Taurus. You got Taurus and with Aries, sixth house. So, oh yeah, this is also the work environment. Um, mm, let me see. Let me see. The daily routine will consist of like Venus and Mars things. So possibly like um working out, or this is what you need to do. Um, Aries sixth house gonna be working out. Taurus sixth house gonna be like making yourself look good. Taking a long time every morning, like taking an hour to get ready. uh, cause Taurus is slow, right? Slow sign, slow
Fine. Yeah.
zodiac. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
might take you a while to get yourself together. Um, what else? Taurus sixth house. It's like making money off some type of service to the people. Taurus and money. Sixth house is service.
Well, she kind of
Um,
told me what she does, but she ain't really tell me what she did.
oh yeah, she said she was a waitress. I think.
No, she said she works mechanical operator.
Oh, she said she used to be a waitress.
'Cause I was thinking like flight attendant, um, like someone who like pretty much drives. But when I say drive, like a traveler, like things of that nature.
Hmm.
Um, some type of religious teacher or some type of social teacher, social work teacher, social work. That's what I was thinking. But she was talking
Yeah,
about
she
mechanical.
got the social worker aspect
Mm-hmm.
for sure, working with kids. But she said she I print screen bandanas all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so that's the mechanical
that's
walker.
that Leo mid heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's that Taurus sit house too. clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Like she got
Oh
fire
yeah, you need
place.
Taurus six house of herbs. Yeah, need to intake herbs if you need them. You know what I'm saying?
More so exercise than anything.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Then you got Jupiter in the seventh house retrograde. This is uh means someone from a long distance, from another state, from another country, from another race, another culture, another religious background.
Mm-hmm.
You could have met them online. You could have known them. Well, you could have known them since a child, also. But it's a possibility you could have met them online. It's a possibility it could have been from your neighborhood. Um, Jupiter seven house gonna be big on contracts and negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, social worker working with other people. You got Jupiter in Gemini, which is small kids and teenagers. Um, Jupiter also your money too. So you yeah, like Ross said, social work would be good for you because you Scorpio rising, or you can be like some kind of count therapist,
Mm-hmm.
family therapist.
And she like a what you call she can be also be like a really good Reiki practitioner because her because of that Uranus and Saturn conjunct, and then
Mm,
also that Neptune in the second house. Like she could be, if she wanted to, she could work on her. She could sing if she wanted to, or she can work with energy work or dealing with sound bowls and things like that. Like
right.
straight sound bowls.
Yeah. Um. You got a fish tank in your crib? She got a fish tank and a lot of electronics in there. Or if you don't have a fish tank in your crib, you need to get one. That'll strengthen the energy of your house.
Hmm.
I know you probably got spiritual art, spiritual like spiritual pictures, spiritual photos in the crib. You got electricity. I'm gonna say damn duh. I meant say a lot of electronics like projectors and air fryers and shit like that. You got
Hmm.
all
The
the
latest
yeah
gadgets.
the update gadgets in there.
She got all the new snacks.
Mm. She got going around. Eight house is Gemini.
She got
Eight
Chiron
house
too.
right. Chiron is a 7 degree.
Hmm.
She said a lot of electronics. You got? Do you have? Let me see. One, two, three, four. Yeah, electronic. Do you got a fish tank? A fish tank?
She probably got two pit bulls and a Yorkie, or she might even got cats. To be
She
honest,
got two or something, right? No, because she got that Pisces.
she might got two cats.
Uh, she got Rahu. No fish tank. Get you a fish tank, fam. Get you two fish Pisces, two fish. Get you you ain't gotta get the big fish tank. You get you a fish bowl for real.
Mm-hmm. Get
Just
a
something to represent that Pisces energy inside your home.
mm-hmm. She got that. She can get her a red fish and a blue fish.
Right. Yes, sir. Two fishes. That'll strengthen that Pisces energy. You already strengthen the Aquarius energy with all the electronic.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure you get the that fish tank. That'll make you sleep better. Cause
With
I
that
know you be
rising
having
sign.
a wild ass dream. Yeah, with the rising sign in the 12th house, you having
Mm-hmm.
dreams like that. Then it's in Scorpio, Pluto and Scorpio, so you can have nightmares, traumatic dreams, sleepwalking, sleep talking type shit. So when you get that fish tank, it can better that. Cause Pisces is the same thing as 12 house, right? Dreams. Pisces is dream. Pisces is sleep.
Maybe wonder if she I think she's a medium too.
Oh yeah, she is for sure. Oh, she said she got two German shepherds. You called it out.
Oh dang. I was thinking cats, but she got two dogs.
I thought you said two big ass dogs.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you said it. You said it now. You were right.
No, I said pit bulls. She got two pit bulls.
Oh yeah, but you still right. She got two dogs though. Two kids. Like she got the Pisces gonna be two.
Oh shoot, she's dual German
Um,
shepherds and kids. Boy, I tell you.
Eight house Gemini. This is traumatic experience as a child, dealing with the family. Gemini eight house. This is researching the cult, having hidden information about the cult.
Mm.
She said she got a boy and a girl, the blue and the red, the yin and the yang.
Yeah, redfish, bluefish. That's what trying to quote that Dr. Seuss. That's what she got.
Wifey does terror. What up? What up?
Yeah, it's the same person.
Nah, that's different.
Mm.
Um, eight house, eight house Gemini, eight house Cancer. Dramatic experience dealing with the family. Probably gonna be that car wreck that you don't remember. But it also can be with a moon at
That when she was
dealing
between
with the father.
5 and 7 as well.
Hmm. Uh, Council eight house gonna be transformation dealing with the family. Chiron eight house gonna be moon dealing with marriage. Have you been married yet? It seems like um. What about the loss of money going on? Like you lost some money once upon a time ago dealing with a relationship.
Spending money on someone she shouldn't have spent it on.
Right. Or it could be a divorce. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Could
Mm,
be a divorce or her just splurge, spending money on stuff like you said.
yeah, build a bear. She's a Virgo, so she was building certain people up at an early age.
Man, she had a bunch of childhood traumatic experience. All that's in your subconscious like a mug.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was looking at that Pluto. You see where that Pluto's at in 11th degree. That's what I was saying in that time frame.
Yup. Said never married but been in a very long. She said very long, so that means a long term. So you might as well say you married. But did you lose money dealing with that person?
Mm-hmm. Like she probably gained like her career, but lost a lot of things while she was in the career because of that person. And then on top of that, it's like you're trying to help maintain the relationship, regardless of you do see the good in that person, but ultimately you pretty much got wised up, what they call wised up.
Almost definitely. Um, I ain't gonna get too deep. I'm just gonna keep it basic.
Hmm. You got any questions? That'll be the one thing I want to ask.
Oh yeah,
What would be a question?
Leo Moon in the ninth house. This is her. Um, what that moon at? 26 degree.
Yeah, 26.
This is her making money from home. Um, what you publishing some type of art or your Venus in the night also. So money coming from travel, money coming from service to other people, money coming from home, the homeland, um, inherited from the mother also. Probably not yet, but I'm just saying. Um, money coming from publicists, publishing something, or traveling and helping people. Oh, she got a question about her career and relationship. Okay, bet. I take you. Career gonna be 10th house. You got 10th house, Virgo, and Leo. I think Virgo. I think she's still Scorpio rising in V too. Saturday. Cause her ascendant at 27 degrees. If you go back 24 degrees, right, it'll be 3 degrees Scorpio. So
Yeah,
yeah, MC is in Virgo.
yeah. That
So
3 degrees is still in Libra.
oh, okay. 10th house ruler is in Virgo. I'm saying 10th house is in Virgo. Um, 10th house Virgo. This is like working in an institution. Um, then you got it the 5th degree with a ruler at Virgo,
And 11.
the 11th. Um, yeah, this is like working in some type of institution. Let me see. Thought about being a genealogist.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you
See,
can.
yeah, you need to do something in the health field, like from
Yeah,
LPN to anything that's dealing with um, um, health with hands, like literally that too, because that's something that's definitely good for you, or a lawyer.
yeah, you can be a great private investigator. Scorpio rising with Pluto in the 12th.
And that Virgo son.
Yeah, Virgo, mid heaven.
Hmm.
Um, 6th house Taurus. But like he said, you need your career is based off being in the health field and doing having your own businesses.
Computer science for sure.
Um, you got Virgo ruled in the 11th house. Yep, computer science or
Building websites, stuff like that, because she's
see
definitely creative.
Saturn. Saturn.
Working on being a
Saturn.
relationship therapist or
She want her own business too, but
hmm
Saturn is at Sagittarius.
hmm
Once again, a business traveling. Um,
she should,
something involving like cutting, using your hand.
she should. I'm being funny when I say this, but not don't take me serious when I say this. But you should start a cult.
Right.
This
She
man,
can.
she can.
Masseuse. Yep. You can. Cause you really can make money in that. Cause you got Saturn at Saturn right here.
Hmm.
Um,
Like it's like her Saturn and Uranus is like right there in the galactic center, which is wild.
and like you said, she got the energy healing hand too.
Hmm.
Electrifying hand. But you can have a career based around where you're using your hand to cut stuff.
Hmm.
I don't know what that might be. Or using sharp uh utensils like a masseuse, how they poke them things in your back.
Acupuncture. Yep.
Acupuncture, yep. Ain't that part of masseuse?
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's
That's
exactly
like
what
more
they like.
towards Chinese medicine, but yeah. Or
Hmm.
what's that thing called? Them I was just having a conversation about this today. Um, tuning rods.
Oh, okay. Something sharp.
Mm,
Um,
she was surgical tech.
yeah,
Like she got enough time, especially with with that Jupiter. She about to have that Jupiter return soon. So like, yeah, she got time.
yeah. Don't spend your money on these on men. You feel me?
I mean,
Try to save that money for yourself.
yeah, I mean, she does save it for herself. She does spend on herself a lot. It's just that she has a tendency to be like, I don't want to say loneliness at times, but it's like, trying to share her her most most of her time with someone who's very deserving, but because of the whole conflicts that she has had in the past, her trust issues is kind of out there. But she's very, like I said, she has that sun in her in the outer part of the chart, so she is a extrovert more than anything, but she has a lot of deep wounds that she's either healed or she needs to do a lot of shadow work still.
Right. Then that son, like you said, that show abusive relationship too.
Hmm.
So like somebody that real rebellious and shit. And like you said, she an extrovert, but the Scorpio rising make you wanna go on your honey cold hideout. Make you wanna just isolate yourself. Then you got Pluto in there too. But
Hmm.
you got Jupiter in the seventh and Mars in the fourth in
Hmm.
Aries. So you're supposed to be dealing with people on a day-to-day basis. Well, you're gonna be forced to deal with people on a day-to-day basis. Even though Scorpio wanna hide out under the sand.
Hmm.
Um that sign conjunct Mercury. Well, Mercury in the 11th house is like intuitive download, rapid download. Um, um, a lot of thoughts going on. It's in Libra. A lot of mental chatter going on in her head.
A lot.
Uh, yeah, it could be like um spirits and stuff talking in her head and shit. Cause she got it. It hitting that Neptune energy also.
Hmm.
So she probably hears spirits. Then she got Pluto in the 12th house, so
Or she don't just.
she dream about it,
Hmm.
um, hear about it. Um, it's like premonition dream too. Like,
Hmm.
you got that Neptune and Capricorn. Oh yeah, she have prophetic dream too. Neptune in conjunct Jupiter, prophetic dreams. Probably had one about um them childhood traumas.
Hmm.
Cause she had a wreck when she was 3 years old. A man that was like her father was murdered when she was 6 and 7. So all that
Hmm.
I almost forgot about. That's
And then she
strictly
had,
subconscious.
and then around 13, 15, she had um um almost possibly a mental breakdown, and then she pretty much found herself, and then from now all the way till like she's in that zone of her midhaven now. So it's like, now this is where her career, or she's really trying to be set in her career, or felt like she could be doing more.
Hmm.
But what she needs to reflect on is, the things that you did when you were in the ages of um 15 to you were 20, all the way to like 25, not even 25, but close to 25. There's something that's hidden in those particular zones that's going to help you create this next phase in your life right now.
Yeah.
Think back to 13 to 25, and something there is going to be that message that's going to help boost your career. because you have that part of fortune right there in the 11th house. So it's like more so, that's when you were more into, we were in school. What were you very good at when you were in school, if you went to school or even homeschool? You feel me? Like this is where your career live. Your career is going to set you to something in your childhood, not even necessarily childhood, but your young adulthood is what's going to benefit you as an adult. As far as relationship wise, like what the brother said, like first and foremost, don't be spending money. Try your best not to build men up. Like allow, stop being. I'll put it like this: stop trying to be the man in a relationship and allow yourself to just be you, but not so much where it's like, all right, I gotta take care of everything. And it's because you are a mom, but you're a very routinal mom, if that makes sense. It's a wake up. Well, not even wake up. It's like I'm gonna take my nap. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna get my kids together. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. I'm gonna talk to like my friends if I have friends. I'm gonna be on social media for a little while. Handle what I gotta handle. Possibly cook for my kids. Lay up in my bed and just be thinking about what is going on in my life. That whole routine's about to start being changed pretty soon.
Oh yeah, for a relationship goal too. You got that Mars and Aries, so you attract like people that been to the army, firefighters, construction workers, or just combative people. Period. Combative and competitive type people. But at the age you're at now, so you focus on Jupiter, right? Your husband. So your husband gonna come from possibly your old neighborhood, your childhood neighborhood. Um,
Like a high school sweetheart type thing.
yeah.
Right.
Um, it can be online, Gemini. He can be from another um, culture, another race. But let me narrow it down for you. He gonna be somebody that you can learn from. He's gonna be like a guru type of person with some authority. That's how you gonna know he's gonna be your husband. He gonna have more power than you. In other words,
Are you gonna know how
like
to
you powerful as fuck.
he gonna know how to tame her. That's what it is.
Right, right. Because you got that Jupiter, the fifth degree. He gonna be somebody with some type of authority that you can learn from. That carry all the characteristics of that Mars and Aries, but they are at the what they call the guru status or the higher self status, so they learn how to tame their energy. But Gemini, he can be in your old community, your old neighborhood.
And then Watts and Taurus is more so if you was to look east, whether if it's in the city or the country or even the state. If you go east, that's where your husband is.
Facts. And don't forget about the fish tank. Get you them two fish.
Make sure there's a red fish and a blue fish.
Yes, sir. I think that'll conclude the reading right there. Nobody else have a comment. About that time to shut it down anyway.
Yeah, make it to that 3 hour mark. That's a good time frame. So yeah, you got about 2 minutes. You got about 2 minutes. What would be your question when it comes to um this next stage? So like for example, you got Pluto and Capricorn. So transit wise, you got Pluto and Capricorn, and then for me it will be in the second house, second or third house. So um, yeah, it's definitely transformation in that zone. You got Saturn and uh, you got Saturn and Aquarius, Neptune and Pisces, Mars and Aries. So you got like a Mars return type thing, possibly a Mars return type thing. Well, no, yeah, that was like a couple of weeks ago. And then you got the Jupiter, Uranus, and your Taurus in the seventh house. So this is where a lot of those changes are going to be happening. The more you break yourself from those particular routines that you are used to, the more that you're going to keep finding the same type of people that you've been dealing with. So it's just like, don't settle for what I'm saying is don't settle for less, but be more open to those who may not have a lot. But it's not saying like be comfortable with it, but be more comfortable with what you have to spread that joy that you're looking for. As far as that transformation comes, there's going to be a lot of different changes when it comes to your business. What I recommend is, you know, do or make new products for your business, and the rest will follow, because a lot of the changes, what you start changing now in your business, is going to start transforming into your reality, because all the signs are going towards Leo pretty soon, and then you pretty much have a what they call Leo moon. So the moon right now is in Leo. You feel me? So, and it's like kind of like in the same setup when we displayed in the beginning how the transits are. Our chart is pretty much like how the transits was.
The moon and Leo get her chart read by two Leos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's definitely a good time frame for her to do those things. All you got to do is like really take the time and stop trying to rush. The more you rush, the more you're gonna start seeing things fall. And I'll end it there.
Yes, sir. That concludes the free reading for tonight. Catch us on the next one. You feel me? Tap in, get your chart read, or if you want to join the screen and help us read some chart, to help better your experience, come on in, come on down. You feel me? We here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. That's what we doing it for the people. University of Humanitarian, Ramotel Queb. I am your boy, L Moore, University of Humanitarian. You can reach me on Facebook, L Moore University of Humanitarian, and all my social sites. Or you can add my other page, ATM Uno, where I do my music, make my beats. And if you want to check out my YouTube, it's Elmore University of Humanitarian also. Peace out. I'm gonna let Raw do the outro.
All right, but yeah, I appreciate everybody. Panata Pamaat, Uncle Jed, Uncle Josh Neb, Ube Nefi Ke Panabu Haru Maati. I'm Ramatef Queb, Anuk Ramatef Queb. You can find me on Facebook as Ramatef Queb. You can find me on Instagram as Ramatef_Queb. Also, I have you can find me on TikTok as Naga9Una. And all I can say is everybody, till the next time. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.